Hey Bourbon fans, I'm Tim, the Suburban Dad. The year is coming to a close, the end of 2024. All three batches of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof have come out, and now I'm here to see which one really is the best. The year started off a little odd with A124, which is only 119 proof, and it was only 10 years, 9 months old. Starting off pretty weak, I must say, for an Elijah Craig. Next, B524 really ramped things up all of a sudden up to 130.6 proof. And that one was 11 years, 2 months old. So it seemed much more promising. Rounded out the year with C924 at 129 proof, 11 years, 0 months old. Gone are the days of the minimum 12-year age statement on Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Bummer. Pour number one of this blind tasting, because I want to be unbiased here. Now, these are all going to be similar, okay? They're Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. They're all the same distillery, same mash bill, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to be very similar. I'm splitting hairs here, really. Decent nose, somewhat of an ethanol burn to it. Dark, rich notes, dark fruits a little bit, brown sugar, actually more like burnt sugar almost, caramel, a little bit of oak in there. Let's try it. Okay, pretty typical Elijah Craig profile. Same thing carries over the caramel, the oak, not much spice. And this doesn't really have much of a kick or a burn. Might be A124. Yeah, it's pretty easy to drink. It's got a little bit of that drying oak the more I drink it. Not bad. Cleanse the palate, of course. Now here's something to keep in mind when you're tasting whiskey. If you're drinking water, just keep in mind, the more water you have in your mouth, it's actually going to dilute your next sip. So I really try and get all the water out of the way before I try the next one. On to pour number two. Okay, not as much ethanol burn on this nose. It smells more dusty. Dusty or musty almost. Like a dusty oak. Like a board that's been sitting up in a loft in a barn. How's that for descriptive? All right, let's try it. Ooh, palate is already better on this one. More rich and caramely, more oily. This one is definitely better than pour number one already. The mouthfeel wins out. Very similar flavor experience. This one has more of the caramel sweetness, which I like. It's still got some of that drying oak as you get to the end of it. Very similar, but better. Still easy to drink. I mean, the lowest of these is 119 proof, all the way up to 130 plus. So it's pretty good that I can just sit here and drink it easily. On to pour number three. Let's see, decent nose. Similar to number two, where it's more inviting and sweet, not so ethanol-y. Yeah, lots of dark, rich caramel on this one. Like it. Let's try it. Okay. Dang, this is close to number two. All three of these are very similar taste-wise. So you can say that about Elijah Craig, is they tend to be pretty similar with their batches, whereas Booker's, you just never know what you're going to get batch to batch. Elijah Craig's a little bit more predictable. I feel like this one has a little bit more oaky bitterness to it compared to the second one. The mouthfeel is still very good. I like it. Going into this video, I would say I think the last batch C924 was my favorite, but not by a strong margin. They were all decent this year, even A124, even though it was lower proof. I still enjoyed it quite a bit. Now let's go back. I know that pour number 1, that is the loser tonight.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Sweet, fruity, caramely. This time I get more fruit compared to the before. Okay, yeah, not very oaky or bitter, so that's pretty decent. Back to pour number 3. Let's see, hopefully we can come up with an answer here, folks. Okay, I have reached my decision. I got it. I like pour number 2 the best, just by a narrow margin. The palate is just a little bit sweeter, less oaky and bitter, and for that reason, I like it. Ranking for tonight. In third place, pour number 1. In second place, pour number 3. And in first place, the winner of tonight is pour number 2. Now, let's find out together what we have here. Now, if you're looking for a way to easily get your hands on a bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, check out fruitbat.com. And if you use code TheSuburbanDad at checkout, you'll get free shipping on your order. This means you don't even have to leave your house. You don't have to spend time hunting for these bottles, especially if in your area they're not as easy to find. From the comfort of your own home, you can shop for Elijah Craig Barrel Proof through fruitbat.com. Check out the link in the description below. This is my handy dandy answer sheet. Pour number 1 is A124. Not too surprising, okay? Pour number 3 in second place is C924. So that means the best batch of Elijah Craig for 2024, drum roll please, is B524. There you go. It also happens to be the oldest and highest proof. All right, well, that was the case in last year's batches with 2023. C923 was the oldest and the hottest, and it was the best. So that tradition carries on with this year's batches of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Are you Elijah Craig Barrel Proof fan? What did you think of this year's batches? Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite? Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.